Yeah, nah, this looks good, y'all. Oh, this looks good. Okay, let me reach over and grab the box for it. Hopefully, hopefully grab the box. Okay, so this is the new lens that I got. Let's see if it focuses. Y'all, look at that. It even looks good on here. So if y'all don't know the story behind my lens, which you probably don't, let me see. Let me get this going over here on TikTok. So, oh wait, oh, my screen is looking dusty. Okay, so if you aren't following me over on TikTok, I haven't told y'all over here in YouTube land yet, but I have another camera lens that I typically use. And that lens, y'all, is like, I don't know what it's going through, but it is playing in my face. Oh my gosh. It's like, it was doing some of the weirdest stuff. And it is kind of hard to describe like what was going on with it because um it just wasn't even making sense. Like, I don't know what happened to it. So it was, let me see if I could try to like describe to you what was going on. So I was I was using it for primarily for video. So I would use it to go live, but I would use it mostly for like my short form content. And I liked it because it does like the same thing, like similar thing. The background looks really good. Let me bring up a picture so y'all can see. The background looks really good. The quality of the pictures in the video was so crisp and it just looked so good. And I liked how it looked, especially when I would take pictures. So this is one of the last things I got to take with it before it started, being weird to me. Let's see. So these are some of the last oh wait, try to get the focus. This was one of the last pictures that I was able to take with it. There we go. Yeah, this is the last picture I got to take with it. And you see how good it looks. So when I came back home, because this was in Atlanta, I came back home and then all of a sudden it was being so weird. Like this, it was shaking and like the lens was having a hard time focusing. Like it kept shaking whenever it would whenever it would try to focus. And so it wouldn't stop doing it. I tried to clean the lens. I cleaned the lens manually. I cleaned it with the auto cleaner on the camera. I tried to turn it off, turn it back on, let it charge all the way. And y'all, I don't know what happened. Let me get the lens so y'all can see it too. So this was the lens that I had. Well, I still got it, but this is what I was using before. So this one is the Sony. I'm trying to get it to recognize it. It's trying to follow my face. So this is the Sony 50 millimeter lens, and it goes to 1.8. That's the aperture. And so as you can see, like it's in good condition. Like the lens itself is fine. I just don't know. I don't know what it was doing. It just was freaking out on me. And so um it's an E-mount lens, so everything about it should be like really easy to use, like plug and play. And it's the same brand as my camera, which is a Sony. So I was confused. I was like, what did I do to you? What did I do to you? Why are you being weird to me? So and that just kind of like happened after just like a string of things malfunctioning on me. Like last time I went live, I couldn't get live to work on my computer. And then my monitor, my second monitor wasn't working. Like it's just been some weird stuff going on. And you know what I think too? Just like on a spiritual sense, I feel like it was happening because of how much good is coming for me. I think that it was the fact that I was seeing like these challenges and like there was these things, these different things going on. And just like, it was doing some weird stuff, but I feel like it's really because I think that it just was like, obstacles to the blessings. And so I feel like, as annoying as it is, everything that I have needed has been provided, whether that's financially, whether that is through different connections or resources, whether it's realizing, oh, I got this that I can use to make this happen. It's just been like, no matter what challenge has come up, I've still been able to navigate it. And yeah, like, it's been annoying, but it's also been okay. Like, it's all been working out. So I just wanted to come on. I really wanted to come on because I am really fangirling over this lens right now. And I hope that y'all are too, especially if you've been to my channel before. If you are already subscribed, then you already know. You already know how it's up now. Okay, so let me go ahead and plug this up. I'm gonna let my TikTokies know I'm over here too. But there's been a couple of things that I have been wanting to get off my chest, I guess. Hmm. I don't want that to fall. Yeah. So it's been a couple of things I want to get off my chest. Just a few things. Um, and I might just have to like rapid fire this because mm, okay. I want to keep chewing this gum, but I also don't want to be smacking in y'all ear. Hmm. Okay. I'm just trying to get my angle going here. All right. I think I gotta I might have to use what's it called for that. I really don't think that it's natural for you to be able to look at yourself while you're talking. I feel like if like first things first, that is the most uncomfortable experience. And I be thinking sometimes like why do people feel so awkward or uncomfortable being on camera? And I'm asking that question genuinely. Like, I'm not asking that question because like I've never felt it before and it's just this foreign experience to me. I definitely have felt it. But you ever had something where it's like I feel this way, but I don't understand why I feel this way? And you want to understand the why behind the feeling? Like that's the part, that's what I think like it boils down to for me. And so I be trying to understand like what is the problem? Like what's the issue? And I feel like the problem is that it is awkward to be looking at yourself as you're talking. Like if I was like looking over here and I was talking, I don't know what I look like. I could have a booger in my nose, like I could have crust in my eye. I could be having a whole bunch of weird stuff going on. I could have some spinach in my teeth. I could have a bunch of stuff going on and I would not know unless the person that I was talking to told me. And so being able to like look at yourself and then, like have to adjust and you're like, ooh, let me get this, or let me tuck this hair here, or let me do that, or why do I look like that? What is my eye doing? It'd be some of the most like random things. And so it almost feels like it's like legitimately a whole setup. It feels like a whole setup because you really shouldn't be able to see yourself as you're talking. I think that hey James, I think that it would be nice to like have somebody that is watching me for me so I don't have to look at me as I'm talking cuz it is so weird. Hey, how you doing? So yeah, I'm on here. I'm playing around with my new camera lens. So if you see me looking over it's cuz I'm also over here on YouTube. And this lens, it looks so freaking good. Let me show y'all real fast. But if you want to get the full experience, you do gotta go. You're gonna have to go over to my YouTube. Oh, we got the audio set up. I can't figure out how to make this thing a thing over here on TikTok without it being too much work. So can y'all see that? Can y'all see that quality? Look at how good. Look at my background. I'm over here looking at myself, but it looks so good. So I had to get a new lens. If y'all don't know, my old lens was being weird to me. And so this was my old lens. And this is my favorite lens. I've only had it for a year and it's already like I don't know. It's tripping now. And so it's like doing this thing where like it won't focus. One day I'll show y'all what it's doing, but it's like it's doing this thing where it's like it won't focus and like the lens like goes up and down. And so I did some research and I was looking up other lenses that could give me like what I was looking for, like it gives the same effect. But you see it, James? Yeah, it's giving fancy. It's giving high quality. So this is the lens, and I'll bring it up over here too so y'all can see it. So this is the lens, and so it's Viltrox, which is like a brand that I had never heard of before, but apparently they are really good quality lenses, and they also are more affordable. So they're going to be on the more affordable side, but it's 23 millimeters and it goes down to 1.4 aperture. And so if y'all don't know, that just means like it really focuses in on the subject. So I'm the subject right now. And then as you can see, even when I get close, when I bring something close, you see how quickly and how like blurred out the background is. So this lens was like 250. So, and it was like they had lowered the price down from what was the price before? The price was almost 300. So they had lowered the price down. And so I've been really loving the quality of it, but also too one of the things that I like about it as well that makes me even more excited is that I needed a lens that was easier to work with. So with the 50 millimeter, yeah, welcome in. With the 50 millimeter, this lens, it will give me like that same blurred background. So like I was telling y'all, that's what I've been using. And when you see my video quality, and you see like I look really crisp. I look really like it looks clean and neat. And then you see the background, and the background has like that nice blurred effect. That's because I was using this lens. But the problem with this lens, though, y'all, thank you for tapping mask. The problem with this lens is that it requires a whole lot of distance from the subject in order to get everything. And so it can actually be really like difficult to work with it. So like let me show y'all again. I can't show y'all over here on YouTube unfortunately. But hopefully you can kind of get the idea. So like I'm only If I lean forward, I'm only have to lean forward a little bit to basically be touching the lens. And when I have the 50 millimeter, so you see how close the camera is right now? When I have the 50 millimeter, I got to put my camera all the way back by that window, all the way back there. Or I have to put it like in this corner somewhere and I got to be sitting all the way back here just to get this same angle. So, what I learned, because I didn't know this before when I got the camera, thank y'all for tapping the screen. I'm just going through my camera. So, if you're into like the little techie things, nerdy things, you're a content creator and you want to know like how to upgrade the quality of your videos and your pictures, that's what I'm talking about right now. I had to upgrade. I was forced to upgrade. So yeah, when I wanted to get my videos, I would have to turn my camera sideways and record vertical. And that's fine cuz the video still look good, but then the other problem turns into okay, but what about if I want to repurpose this content somewhere else? Like I've only recorded one version of it. Or if I want to be able to be like in a tighter space or in a smaller space and I'm trying to record content that way and it ends up becoming too it ends up becoming too much work. I have to be really far away from the subject. And I didn't realize that my camera is not a full frame. So it doesn't shoot full frame. It is I don't know what it's called when it's the opposite of that, but basically a full frame camera is going to capture way more um of the view. That yeah, and I said that right. I wanted to say that better, but that's basically what it is. So it captures more, like it fits more into the frame. And so my camera doesn't do that. So I'm saying all this to say that the 23 millimeter, it operates closer to, I think it said like a 35 millimeter, which basically means that it captures more, but it still has good quality, like the depth is still there. And so it means that I don't have to be as far away from the subject, which I think is really dope. So I'm excited. I'm over here on YouTube as well. And usually on my YouTube channel, just so y'all know, first of all, hi. I've been talking for a minute. Hi, my name is Jada. And typically, when I'm on here, I am talking about branding, I'm talking about content strategy. I help people with their style, and all of it is centered around being confident, being bold in who you are, showing up, being you, and most importantly, being able to make money from your creativity. And so, in those ways in particular are what I like to focus on and helping people. And this upcoming fall, I am going to be reopening the doors to my signature program, which is called Getting Unshy Collective. And in the collective, it is a space for you to build your brand, to build yourself as a creative. And it's also a space for you to be held accountable when it comes to creating content, when it comes to showing up for yourself and doing the work inside so that you can be more confident and more bold when it comes to speaking about what you do, when it comes to showing up, when it comes to what you wear and how you speak and just how you present yourself overall. And so, oh, you done found me. When it comes to how you present yourself overall. So I have the community opening up soon. I'm actually going to be opening up enrollment in the next couple of weeks. I want to say maybe like the next 2 or 3 weeks. In the next 2 or 3 weeks. So if you are somebody who is trying to monetize using your creativity and you're trying to build your platform on social media, then I can help you with that, especially for my people that are shy, that are used to being behind the scenes, keeping it cute, keeping it small, playing it small, rather. I'm here to help you get out of your shell. Whatever. That yeah. I don't know why you're here. Actually, I do know why you're here now. Hey Kayla. All right, y'all. So, all right, do me a favor. If you are over on YouTube, because I'm on YouTube too. So, if y'all are my YouTube people, y'all can migrate over there and look at my new camera setup. Happy Wednesday, Kayla. Look at my new camera setup, y'all. It feels buttery. It looks good. Like I can show y'all. I've been showing on my I've been showing y'all on live. Let me show y'all, give you a quick preview, but it's a little bit nicer over here. Yes, post your video, girl. Are you gonna be posting another video like what we talked about? So look at that. Look at the focus. Hold on, let me get it. Let me get out. Stop focusing on my face. Look at that. It looks so good. It looks so good. So I'm over here enjoying looking at myself. Get Kayla. When you get over here, it's nice. It's nice. I think the next thing that I want to like upgrade, I guess. I don't know if it really needs to upgrade, but the next thing I want to work on is my lighting. Actually, that is kind of an upgrade. Uh I got a couple in mind that I might end up getting, but my thing with lighting is that I really want a particular kind of light, but I don't feel like I have enough space for the light that I want. So I got to figure out how to have less stuff. I need everything to kind of be consolidated. So I kind of have an idea in mind of what I'm gonna do, but we'll see. We'll see. Cause my real problem is I want everything to happen immediately. And I just know it's not gonna be like that. How is y'all Wednesday going so far? Is it Wednesday? How's y'all Wednesday going so far? It is. It is. Okay. So y'all let me know how it's going. Let me know. I think I asked something else, but I can't remember what it was right now. I feel like I'm all over the place. It's Wednesday. Thank you. Welcome in. Let me move this over so I don't have to look straight down. How is y'all Wednesday going? Okay, there we go. Reel it in. I kind of don't want to. I really did what I really did really just want to come on here to show off my camera. I love when technology works in my favor. Thank you for tapping the screen. Is that Jesse or Jassy? Oh, there we go. Okay, now the words are bigger. Thank you. Yeah, I had to get myself together. I had to put my utada together and get myself, a little dolled up because I'm definitely recording content with this lens after this. Definitely. Which camera is this? You do the same thing? I knew you would understand. So I have the Sony A6600. It is not the newest camera, but she is reliable. I've had it for about 3 years, and I have the Viltrox 23 millimeter lens, and that's what's really tea, y'all. Like this lens. There we go. This is the lens that I got, and this is what's been. This is what's got me in my feelings for real. So I just got it like 2 days ago. Actually, no, it came in yesterday. I feel like I was waiting for them to drop it off at my door. Like there was a couple of doors down, and I was like, yeah, I'm here. I'm on the porch. Go ahead and hand it to me, put it in my hands. I could not wait for it because my previous lens was freaking out on me. So, but yeah, that's what I'm using. So the Viltrox 23 millimeter lens. I got the Sony A6600. It's the one where the lens flips up instead of to the side. But it's a really good camera. It's a really good camera. I use it just about, I would say realistically, I think I use it about like 5 times a week, 4 to 5 times a week. I'm actually recording with it, and it's been holding me down. And so I have it connected to my laptop using a cam link. So that's it's operating as my webcam, but it be doing everything. Hey Amber, welcome in. All right. So y'all say hi as you're coming in the room. Let me know how your Wednesday is going. Let me know where y'all are watching from, because some of y'all, I don't know where y'all are from. I think it's some new names, some new faces. Considering the video quality is good. Thank you. Yeah, it's good. It's good. Um, I don't know, I was doing a lot of research on it, just because before this one I had another Sony. Fun fact, I've only ever had Sony cameras. I love Sony. I just feel like because of the kind of person that I am, I dabble in a little bit of photography and video. I lean more heavily into video, but I also know that creating content, you got to also have pictures. And so I liked being able to have the flexibility to do both things. And it felt like between the Canon and Nikon that you kind of had to choose. You had to choose between the two. And you had to choose between whether you wanted your camera for photography or whether you wanted it for video. And I knew, like, realistically I didn't want to just be stuck with one. And so Sony was the one that I felt like had the best balance between the two. And then also Sony is like much more affordable in my opinion than Nikon and Canon. And not to say that they're not worth the price. Obviously, they are amazing cameras, but I felt like if I was going to invest that much money in a camera and I could only do one thing with it, that also didn't make sense to me. So I was like, I'm just gonna get the Sony because it's doing everything that I needed to do. I wanted to be able to have like the monitor flip up, even though eventually I did end up getting a monitor by itself. I got a couple of different, like, little techie things like that. But either way, I knew I wanted to be able to have something where I could kind of record it on the go and it had the flexibility to it. And so that's why I use it. And that's why I think a lot of content creators in general are kind of migrating to Sony, because Sony cameras really do give you space to play around with both forms of content. And it is good for people who they kind of go between different ones. So you're doing vlogging, you're taking pictures, you're doing regular video where you're just like recording it and editing it later. Like it's just like a lot of different things that you might need to do. And so it makes more sense to me to invest in one camera that does most of those things well than to focus on one that is like really really good in one space. So yeah, that's why I got it. But any Sony camera really is a good investment. So if you're listening, because this camera that I have, I feel like it's gone down in price a little bit over the years. But if you get it just the body camera, then if you just get the body, then it's like nine something. And then if you get it with the kit lens, then that is going to be like that'll run you about 13 something, 1300, which is still like a really good price, but it's not the cheapest camera. So if you're somebody that wants something that's a little bit like on the lower side, the other Sony cameras like the ZV, I think it's the ZV E10, I think that one's still a good one too. I don't personally own that version, but I know a lot of people that use it and they like it. And the biggest thing really with any of these cameras is going to be the lens. So the lens is where you really want to invest your money into it, because the camera's going to camera. Like, if I'm being honest with you, there wasn't a whole lot of difference between the one that I had before this one and this one now. But I think the biggest thing, if I can remember correctly, was that this one records in 4K and my old camera didn't have that capability. And so I wanted to be able to record at 4K. But outside of that, that's it. Do y'all have cameras? Do y'all have a brand that you like or one that you're looking into? Because I think that there's a lot of people that got questions about it, and I feel like especially if you just got into content creation in the past like 3 years, 2 or 3 years, you may be feeling like it's time for you to invest in your equipment more, but you're not sure what you should be doing, where you should be going with it. Emma here from Uganda, content creator as well. Oh, nice. Nice to meet you, Emma. What kind of content do you create? And how long have you been creating it? I've been creating content. So I've been a content creator since 2017 officially is when I started. And I started over here on YouTube actually. And this was when Instagram was definitely becoming what it is now, but it still was like I don't know, it still was kind of like peak Instagram days. So well, actually, I feel like it's kind of getting close to the peak. I don't feel like Instagram really hit its peak until a little bit later than that. But anyway, I started out with YouTube and I started out making content, making upcycling fashion tutorials. So I was upcycling clothes, I was thrifting clothes, and I was showing people how to repurpose them. And so if you go to my page, you can see some of my old videos, like old videos, y'all. Like you can see my first ones. And then you can see now I still do upcycling and I still show people how to do different things, but that's not the only content that I create, basically. Since 2017, that's long. I just started this seriously a year ago. Oh, well, congratulations. What kind of content do you create? What area are you in? It definitely does feel like a it feels like it feels like I've been doing it for a while, but it also feels like I still have so much to learn. And I feel like that's the cool thing about being a content creator, but it can also be a little daunting, if I'm being honest, or at least like you can start feeling let me find my charger. You can start feeling um like you're comparing yourself, like it can start to feel competitive and it can start to feel like um people are doing a better job than you. Like that's just, keeping it simple. And I think that it's important to one remind yourself why you're doing it because that's going to always keep you excited about it as much as you can be excited and keep you going. Hey friend. Um oh, friend, come over to YouTube and see how this looks on YouTube. You're going to squeal. It looks so good. So yeah, I think that that's a big part of it, like remembering why you're doing it because it can really get thank you for tapping the screen, Nightcap. It can really get discouraging if you don't. And you just got to have something bigger than I want to do it to make money. Like, and I'm gonna always say that regardless. Yes, you should be making money. Thank y'all so much for tapping the screen, y'all. You should be making money, but you also got to be wanting to do this for a bigger reason because it requires a insane amount of consistency and clarity and a little bit of a delusion. Like you really got to believe in yourself and you got to be your biggest cheerleader. And if you're somebody who your biggest motivation comes from other people, if you're only affirmed and get the courage to do what you need to do from other people and you don't have it for yourself, you will burn out quickly. You will burn out quickly because you're just not going to always get that validation. Thank you, Mo. Oh, Mo, if you're subscribed to my YouTube, come check out my YouTube. I got the lens, I got the Viltrox, and it looks so good. It looks so good. I'm so excited. Let me see what you said. It's really daunting, draining too. You just have to do you. Comparison is the thief of joy, they say. And more leaning into creating tutorials from my personal experience in the field. Okay, what field? Ain't it? Ain't it? She's clear. She is clear. You love Viltrox. First of all, thank you for bringing them up. But I feel away because why wasn't nobody telling me about Viltrox? You know who told me about Viltrox first? Chat GPT. Why why ain't y'all tell me about this lens? I'm just over here thinking that all I had was Sony and Sigma. Yes. Chat Chat GPT is who told me. Oh, thank you. I think that's my first gift on YouTube. Thank you. Yeah, chat. Cause I was that's who I was troubleshooting with. It was with Chatty. Yup. I'll show you the chat too. Cause I was literally like in there, like, why is my computer, I mean, why is my lens not working? It's doing this, and this. I literally was like giving it like a whole synopsis of what was happening with my camera lens. And it was like, okay, thank you, Biscuit. It was like, okay, maybe it's this. Have you tried this? Did you clean the lens? Blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, yes, chat, I did all of these things and nothing is working. Like this lens is playing in my face. Thank you for the roses. This lens is playing in my face. Like I don't be talking, and I be talking to my camera nice because I talk to all of my equipment nice. Even when I'm mad at them, I encourage them. I speak life into them because I know at any given moment they can quit on me. You be using it for your business too. Yeah, listen, like I just feel like chat be holding it down. It be holding it down. And so I definitely did. I definitely did. That's who I talked to. That's who helped me with this. And so I just felt like y'all should know that y'all have been gatekeepers. Y'all have been gatekeeping this lens for me. And I forgive you, but also why? Like why? Why weren't y'all talking about this? Hmm. But now you know. Now you know. One thing I did ask y'all though that y'all ain't answered that I would really love to hear y'all answer to is what kind of camera are y'all using? I want to know like in real life, what kind of camera are you using? And if you're using your phone, you can just say your phone. It's okay. Like it's no judgment here. You make your content how you can. I'm just asking out of curiosity, what kind of cameras y'all using? I can't well, I got to know that I'm welcome. I gotta know that I'm welcome. You know, I feel like I'm like tech light. I'm not full tech. I'm like tech light. I really do be like I be enjoying like the tech stuff. I love technology. I can if you put me in an electronic store, like I'll love it. Like I just love being in there and understanding it. I don't always know like what to do to get stuff to work all the way, but I think that I know more than the average person for sure. And I think that that's like as far as y'all gonna get me to go though. Like I think I gotta be tech light. You'd agree? What what do you how? Thank you, Carl. I mostly use my phone, but I have tons of content on my Canon Rebel. What does that say? T1. Let me make this bigger. I'm over here looking like I can't read. There we go. There we go. Gotta make them words jumbo. Thank you, Carl. How are y'all doing? How's your Wednesday going? Hey, Genevieve, I see you tapping the screen, girl. Um, okay. Yeah, what do you use, Mo? I would love to know that because I know you be streaming. Do you use a webcam or you use a camera to stream? Y'all, if you are over here on TikTok and you want to see how this camera lens looks, slide on over here and check this out because she looks good. Of course, you're welcome. I got you. I use ZV. Okay, ZV-10 with the Viltrox. Oh, so you use the same lens, and then you connect with your cam link. Oh wow. Okay, so our quality is not too far off. Ah, it's giving tech. I think that's what I'm gonna stick to though. I like tech light because it also feels like I'm kind of branding myself. You see it, Kayla? Y'all, look, okay, I can't stop doing this though. Look at how it looks when it focuses on something else. It looks so good. It looks so good. I am gonna be honest with y'all though. I did do a private live stream yesterday, so I already knew this camera quality was gonna be. I was looking at myself and I was like, dang, this made me want to go live just because. Like just for no reason at all. I got I have the Sony A6600. But I was just saying that the ZVE10, I was just saying that that's also a good camera to get. That one's a couple hundred cheaper than my camera. And if you get a lens, which is what you really should be focusing on, like get you a good lens and your camera quality is going to go like through the roof. And what I was saying about this one that I like is that it gets more, it's more of a full frame effect. And so yeah, but the thing on top of all of that, I feel like I've said this before, but I'm saying it again. The thing that tops all of this though, y'all, is that the cost of this lens was so budget friendly. I was like, oh my goodness, like this lens was less than $300. And if you have looked and done any browsing, any perusing around around the streets trying to figure out like the what kind of lens to use and the cost of lenses, then you know that they can easily run you a minimum of $500. And some lens costs as much as my camera. Like they can get really expensive, especially like the real like long ones, the ones that can capture like crazy range and go real far. Like all of that stuff can really get up there in price. And so if you can find a lens that is like within your budget, if your budget is in the thousands, then go off, like get the best. But you don't have to, is what I'm saying. You don't have to. Facts. I realize the camera itself doesn't matter as much as the lens, lighting, and the after video were exactly. Yeah. You just followed me on Instagram? Yes. Okay, Nightcap. What kind of business do you have? Because your name is very interesting to me. Book Talks. I am an author myself. I have two books. So I have this book here, and then I have another book that's called Getting Unshy. This one is my makeover book. So I'll put that over here for y'all too. This is my makeover book. So if you're somebody who is in a place where you're trying to learn yourself again, learn what your style is, and you want to be able to do it in a way where it doesn't mean that you have to spend hundreds or thousands of dollars on a new wardrobe, this is the book that you want to start with, because you don't have to purchase any clothes in order to find your style, contrary to popular belief. You don't have to buy anything to find your style. You do need to buy this book. You can figure it out without it, but the book is going to make it faster. But you don't need to spend any money on clothes to find your style. And I also have my book Getting Unshy, which is a personal branding book that really digs deep into the person, into the creative, and it unlocks your creativity even the people who don't feel like they're creatives, it shows you that yes, you are. Stop talking about yourself like that. So I got two books. My mom is also an author. Deli Poo, happy Wednesday. Deli, I have an important question to ask you. Are you a Pisces? I really need to know the answer to that. So yeah, I got those two books, and my mom is also an author. And so I have been interested in connecting with more book people. So whether you have a bookstore, whether you are an author yourself, I really would like to get connected to bookstore people though, or at least book clubs or book creators. I'm not sure what I would call y'all exactly, but yeah. Book talker. Oh, is that what y'all call yourselves? Okay, nice. I'm a book talker, upcoming author, and I just opened a Shopify account for digital marketing. Okay. Well, congratulations. What man, I got so many questions now. So, what type of product are you going to be selling with digital marketing? Are you going to be doing books? I'm definitely interested. Definitely interested in knowing. But yeah, I want to get connected with more authors, or book people in general, people in the book world, because um I don't know. I go through like these little seasons where I feel strongly about a group of people and I like zone in on them. And right now those people are the book people. Um and even now I'm feeling like I might have more to share on that. Thanks. I'll be opening bookish items and beauty products. Okay, nice. Nice. How did you find me? Did I just show up on your For You page? Yes. Okay. Yeah. So I feel like there's so much I want to cover. So one thing I do want to like remind y'all of while we're here, especially because I said this earlier, but oh, I can't put your For You. Okay, come on, For You page. Yes, I love that. Okay. It's a pleasure to meet you. I'm gonna do a quick reintroduction because I do want to, let people know who I am, especially for my new faces. So my name is Jada West, is literally my handle on there. I'm a brand outfitter and I help people to show up boldly online and offline through their content, through the way that they style themselves, the way they talk about themselves. My favorite thing to do is to get people on camera using their voice, talking about what they do, and most importantly, doing it in a way that's unique to them. Like, I have this special way of being able to listen to something that feels so normal to you, so ordinary to you, and tell you what about that makes you special. Like, there is no story, and I promise I'm not just saying this for hype. There is no story that I have heard from anyone from any industry, no matter how boring you think your industry is. I've never heard a story that I didn't find interesting. I've always been able to find what makes it interesting and how you can take that and tell that story to attract your people. And so, Kuma, thank you for the gifts, bro. Welcome in. You see the new lens? We got a new lens. And so, yeah, so that's what I do. So, you can connect with me by consuming my content first and foremost, making sure you're following me or subscribed. Yes, thank you. Definitely should link up. So yeah, making sure you're following and subscribing and consuming all of my content because I'm always sharing different tips and strategies and just things for you to think about that if you actually take what I talk about in my videos and apply them, you will see results. I'm just letting y'all know. Some people like to scroll for fun. Y'all putting stuff in y'all save folder and y'all don't be coming back and taking action. But I'm not gonna go too hard on that right now. I just want you to know stuff I be saying, you actually implement it, you'll see something shape. But I also have my books. So I got the Own Your Style Journal. That's the makeover book. I also have Getting Unshy, the workbook, which is for personal branding purposes, where you can go through this book and not only discover who you are, open up and unlock your creativity, but it also shows you how to take that and communicate it in your content and your business so that you can turn your creativity into money, into profit, into a business. Yeah. And so I oh, thank you for sharing. These sometimes these notifications on TikTok be confusing me, boy. Anyway, so those are the ways you can get connected to me first, is what I would suggest starting if you are new to this world, to this space. But one thing I want you to know about me is that I welcome people from all different backgrounds, from all different ways of thinking. I feel like the more out there you are, the more weird you are, the more that you stand out, the better you belong in this space. Because that's one thing that I've always, just as a person, that's kind of person I've been and who I've attracted. And I think that I've done a good job of creating a space where people feel like they can be those people. And it's not looked down on or talked about or made to feel like it doesn't fit here or belong here. So, yeah, I'm a testament to that. Yes. Kayla, I can't wait to share what we got cooking and what's coming up. I'm really excited. Yes, Antoinette too. Yes, I love y'all. Hi, Linda. Welcome in. How are y'all doing? Yes, a weirdo. Weirdos, rebels, troublemakers, the people that's going to say things that nobody, that everybody else feels like it's just so different or so like out there. Like we out here doing our own thing, but we doing it together. So I love that. So if that's the space that you've been looking for, that's the kind of place that we have created here, the community that we created here. So yeah, so those are the ways I would suggest getting connected. You saying that you're Tyler Perry, I promise you, I did not see that. I did not see that until you made that video. People been calling you Tyler Perry, friend. When I saw it, I was like, man, like I can't say that I don't see it, but I wasn't seeing it before and now I can't unsee it. That's crazy. Why was they playing with you like that? Y'all, thank you so much for getting me to 1K taps. Thank you for tapping the screen, everybody that shared the live, everybody that's giving gifts. I appreciate y'all so much. Adamantly calling it out. Oh my, that's wild. And you said they be saying that in your lives? Just like in your live stream, calling you Tyler Perry unprovoked? You deserve better. You deserve better. I personally won't call you Tyler Perry, even if I see the resemblance. Nah, but serious question. As a newcomer, when it comes to content creation, what should be my initial approach when it comes to me trying to reach and work with brands? Hmm. When it comes to you trying to reach and work with brands. Okay, so let's see if I can do this. Hey Keish, welcome in. So if y'all are coming in on TikTok, I look much better over here on YouTube. I got my new camera lens. So if you already subscribed to me, make sure you head on over there and see what this quality is looking like, because it's doing numbers. But right now, I'm gonna answer. Yes, Kayla Tyler. I'm gonna answer Mo's question. So just to repeat it, he's asking, what should his approach be when trying to reach and work with brands? So okay, let me kind of like back this up a little bit, because I feel like there is definitely the feedback that you hear often about people saying that you need to be consistent, right? You need to be clear on what your niche is. And thank you. Yeah. Jeez, it's crispy over here. It's crispy over here, y'all. Being clear on what your areas are, your niches, what story you're telling, and being able to have brands that align with it. So the first thing that I would say that might be a little different than what you've heard already is that do you have a list of the brands that you already use consistently that you can reach out to or that you would like to work with? And I mean, like, think about the things that you already do that would fit naturally into the content that you create. So, for instance, if I wanted to, one thing when I finally get a tech collaboration, y'all, like with actual like electronics, it's up. Y'all can't tell me nothing, okay? Tech light is gonna be taken off. But let's, if for instance, I I wanted to make more content about, I wanted to get a brand deal with Viltrox, right? Thank you. This actually would be the perfect video to show them too, especially because it's like I'm just getting introduced to the brand, but you can tell I'm genuinely excited about them. That's what you want. That's the kind of energy you want to have with those brands. So, making sure that you have brands in mind that naturally fit into the content that you're creating. Okay. That's the first thing that you want to do, is have an idea in mind of who those brands are. The next thing that I'm going to say is that make it a part of your routine to start including those products in your live streams. Cuz I think that you primarily are a streamer, right, Mo? I'm gonna make that assumption, and if I'm wrong, just correct me. But let's say that you are a streamer. Make sure that your setup is done in a way where you have products naturally featured in it. You know, you're using things like, let's say that this, let's pretend that this is a drink. I actually have a drink, but it's too far away. Let's pretend this is a drink. And I'm drinking something, even if I'm not talking about the brand, I might just, like, you see me drinking. So every day you see me drinking my Sony drink, right? This is something that is naturally in my content. It makes sense for what I do. Now, if we're talking about something that's outside of a physical product, like, you can get collaborations with tech brands, with tech companies, which is like a gold mine, y'all. Like, it's still more demand than supply when it comes to business brand collaborations. So don't sleep on that. I've had collaborations with a brand called Lumanu, which you wouldn't know about unless you were literally work in influencer marketing, because it is a system, it's a platform that helps makes payments to influencers smoother. They get you paid on time. So I've had a collaboration with them on LinkedIn and on TikTok. I've had a collaboration with a link in bio. Um, well, they're kind of way more than link in bio now, but I've had a brand deal with Pensight, and I literally just showed me using the product because I talk about business, I talk about entrepreneurship, I talk about content creation, and so it fits naturally into what I do. Okay, I see what you said. Yes, primarily a streamer. Yes. So making sure that you are slowly, or maybe even quickly, you don't have to do this slowly. Start making it where you're naturally integrating spaces where promotion is natural. So that will be my first thing. You got to start thinking like that. Um, Tagging the brands. Now, this is not to say that you're going to get a brand deal from tagging the brands. I'm going to talk about the next step to this, but we're just setting the groundwork right now. So, tagging the brands, getting into the habit of just like mentioning the products that you're using, because there's also just like a little, like, background, insider information when it comes to brands and the platforms that they use, and they're looking for content creators and influencers. They actually measure a couple of different things, and for most people, like, they look at your follower count and engagement rate, but another thing that they look at is how often you tag other brands. Did y'all know that? Did anybody know that information already? Let me know if you knew. Put yes in the chat. If you didn't know that, put in the chat. But they look at how often it looks like you are collaborating with brands. So even if you are not literally being paid to advertise for these companies, start tagging the brands that you are using, because that improves your score. Like, that makes you look like somebody that is already naturally promoting products. You didn't know that? There you go. There you go. So again, you don't have to be paid to talk about these brands. Like, like don't wait until the brand deal comes to start moving and creating like you're getting brand deals. So that would be what I would say to do to position yourself for the brand deals. Now, when it comes to actually acquiring them, one thing that's still like a very like little known, so I'm giving free advertisement. Okay, so that's a good point. It will feel like you're giving free advertisement, but I need y'all to think for a second about how you look to brands, okay? If you're telling them that I want to work with you, I want to create content, I want you to pay me to do something, you have to demonstrate your capability of promoting that thing. So for you, it might feel like, oh, I'm not getting paid to talk about this. I'm not talking about this. That's an attitude you can have. But if I'm a brand and I'm looking at you and I can't see any evidence that you can deliver results, it doesn't mean you got a bunch of viral videos, but I just need to see that you have a community that's engaged. I need to see that you are actually selling things that naturally, so that it makes sense for me to use you for my products. Making sense so far? Yeah. Yeah. And so if you have your own product though, y'all, just a disclaimer, if you have your own product and service, you should be creating 5 times more than you will for any other brand. Okay? Like that's so you got to also keep in mind that can be the tricky part when it comes to brand deals and getting those collaborations, is that you also are thinking, you're not just thinking what does it cost for me to create this content, but what is it also costing me time wise to take away from promoting my things to promote somebody else's things. So it's two different businesses, but just, I'm gonna stick to the brand deals for now. Just, yeah. Yeah. Yes, yeah, it is everyday people that are social media managers running these accounts. Yes, they got people on payroll doing this stuff for them. So you do have to be mindful of that. But if we're saying like right now, the next 6 months, I'm finna lock in on brand deals, then this is who I'm ideally talking to with this. Okay. You can still do this if you have your own products and services, but I'm just letting you know it does become more challenging because you are balancing essentially two different streams of revenue. Okay. So let's go back. So now we are in a place where we are creating content and we're making it where we are doing product placement, which is what you see here, product placement. My product is here, another brand's product is here, and we are creating content that naturally sells things to people, that naturally promotes and markets. And we're also training our audience to expect that from us, because that's another important thing too. You can't just jump out here, brand deal, brand deal, brand deal, but you haven't positioned yourself in a way where people are expected to give you something in exchange for their content. Okay. So I'm gonna try that with the software I use where I have an affiliate link. Yes, that is a great idea. Practice with your affiliate links, practice with your TikTok shop stuff. Like practice doing this and getting into the habit of learning how to become better at marketing and selling things naturally. So again, it's so much easier when you are actually excited about the product. It's something that you really do use and like. And if it's something that is a new product to you, you should still be positioning yourself as someone who is honest about how you feel about products. So if you want to, talk about it in a positive way, but maybe you don't love everything about it, you can talk about it and speak highly of the positive parts and maybe do a cons or something that you wish that they did better, or just being better at being objective and being real, because that also resonates and lands better with people. Okay, so I'm kind of getting more into like the technical stuff, but y'all do me a favor, As I'm dropping these gems, continue tapping the screen. I would love to see us get to 2.5 over here on TikTok. So if you're enjoying this, I'm giving this to you absolutely free. All I ask is that you tap the screen, share this with somebody who is also getting into content creation. You can still share over here on YouTube as well. Like all of these are still very helpful things. So tap the screen, share the live, join the team if you haven't already. You can't join the team on YouTube, but that's okay. You can subscribe. And I'm gonna keep going to the next part. So we've positioned our page to sell, where we've positioned ourselves to market products and services, right? We're tagging the brands X, Y, and Z. Now, the next thing that you want to consider is pitching yourself to these companies and putting yourself in places where the brands, you can actually communicate with the brands. And the best place for that right now, y'all, that's my drum roll, is LinkedIn. Thank you, friend. Is LinkedIn is still the best place to connect with the brands, to find them, to talk to the people that actually work there. It's one of the like very like slept on, underutilized platforms. I'm gonna share one more platform with y'all because I'm feeling generous. But this one is a little bit different. It's a little bit different way of going about it. But you got to be able to pitch yourself. So when I told you earlier, having a list of the types of brands or the brands that you would want to work with, and being able to go to LinkedIn and finding those people that you can connect with. So finding the people that work in influencer marketing, most of the marketing positions. There's another title that is escaping me at the moment that typically means that they are the people to go to. I want to say something around like partnerships. Let me look that one up because there's a couple of titles that the people will have that you want to be in contact with. Okay, but anything around influencer marketing, partnerships, things like that, you want to get connected to those people and actually engage with them because they are human beings. And if they see that you are doing the things that they care about and it would benefit their business, their company, then you can talk to them, you can pitch them. So you can do it. There's a way to do it where you can send like a small note in the invitations. If they accept your request to connect with them, then that's even better. If you have premium on LinkedIn, then you can message people, and that's something that might be an incentive to get it. It hasn't been a huge incentive for me. I'll be honest about that, but you can still do some damage just with the regular free LinkedIn account. It just takes a little bit more work and intentionality. What if I use LinkedIn for your 9 to 5? Should I still pitch it or keep it separate? I would still pitch because here's the thing, y'all. Like you having a business is a lot of times appealing to employers. Like your experience as an entrepreneur, who wouldn't want an employee who has an entrepreneurial spirit? That was one of the values for H&M when I worked there. They always talk about entrepreneurial spirit. But there's certain things that entrepreneurs bring to the table that companies appreciate and enjoy. Oh, thank you, friend. Okay, let me pause for a second on that. She's giving me some titles. So you look for the people who say they are influencer marketing managers. Welcome in. Oh, hey, grateful. Influencer marketing manager, influencer relations specialist, brand partnership managers, affiliate marketing managers, and then for smaller companies, you want to look for social media managers. Okay, so those are the titles that you want to look for in the companies that you want to connect with. So everybody that's coming in, we are talking about positioning yourself for brand deals and where you should get started as a new creator. And so we have already talked about having your list of brands that you can work with, that you would want to work with. No brand is too big or too small, but it needs to be a brand that you genuinely enjoy. Having your content, start shifting your content so that it's positioned to market products. So get into the habit of tagging brands, even if you're not getting paid, because they're not going to pay you if they can't tell that you can make content for them. All right. Okay. All right. So making sure that you're creating content, you're tagging the brands. I'm gonna tell y'all another good reason why you should be doing that in a second. Okay. But yeah, tagging the brands, creating content where you are creating an atmosphere where people see you using products, talking about products, so that when you do start to promote and sell things, it doesn't feel jarring. It doesn't feel like they're going from a space where they could chill and hang out to now you're trying to sell me something. Let them know, show them, get them acclimated to the environment. Like, I'm not doing this for free. I'm trying to get paid. All right. So that making sure that you're making that transition seamlessly. And so now what I am referring to is Kayla's comment, because I talked about LinkedIn being a place for you to pitch yourself to brands, a really good place to pitch yourself. So Kayla asks, what if you use LinkedIn for your 9 to 5? Should I still pitch or should I keep it separate? I am team still pitch. I am actually team you should be building a personal brand regardless. Okay? Regardless. You should be building a personal brand because unless you plan on staying at that one job for the rest of your life, you need to show people what you can do. Like you got to be able to um demonstrate who you are. And like, you never know, like you could have built a brand that's so appealing that you're going to have people coming to you with jobs. You ain't even got to apply. They're like, no, like, I've seen your work, I've seen your content, I know you do this, I know you've accomplished this, and I would love for you to do X, Y, and Z. Like, it's never, I would never use this opportunity or miss this opportunity to put yourself out there and position yourself for it. So you should always be thinking about your brand first. You first, as a person, what is it that you are marketing? What is it that you are representing, that you stand for? And if you are an entrepreneur, then that's going to be very similar to your personal values anyway. Like, and that's something that I talk about if you work with me either as a private client or whether you join Getting Unshy, the Getting Unshy Collective. I show you how to bring the different pieces and aspects of you together to create a brand. All right. But yeah, my answer to that, my response to that is pitch. Pitch. Like, no, there's no reason to separate the two. So yeah. I think that I will be doing like a little experiment with LinkedIn for myself. I'll let y'all know about that. But I'm thinking that I might say that, Kimmy Boo. Thank you. I'm thinking that I'm gonna save that for I think I'm gonna save that for trendsetters only. Antoinette, I gotta tell you another aspect to it that I just remembered. I just it just came back to my memory. Um for trendsetters. So please remind me to tell you about it. Okay. How are you doing, Kimmy Boo? So we're talking about brand deals. So okay, so we've talked about having your list. We've talked about creating content that naturally sells products and services, tagging those brands because that goes into your influencer report card. I'll put it that way. Hey Ron, welcome in. Oh, I'm about to tell you the new lens in 1 second. I'm about to tell you in 1 second. We talked about creating content that naturally sells, tagging the brand so that your influencer report card has a good score because that counts. And now we are talking about using LinkedIn to connect with brands and pitch yourself. Ready to get off work? I feel you. I feel you. Yeah, I definitely need a Getting Unshy class because my mouth be shut when it comes to my content. My supervisor pulled up on me talking about, I saw you on my FYP. Really? Yeah, we got to get that going, Mo, because I see your videos, but I don't know what your niche is. I don't know what your brand is yet. And I think that you got the consistency for sure because I see your content all the time. So I know that you're live. But I don't understand what it is that your platform is about. And so that's what I would like to see more of. I would like to understand that, so that when, if I'm somebody who hasn't met you before, doesn't know anything about you, when I look at your content, I want to be able to understand what it is that I'm getting. Like I want to get a preview and understand what it is that's happening in Mo's world. Okay. And that goes for everybody. Like everybody, your content should be a reflection of what it is that your people are going to get when they consume it. So if they're going to your live streams, especially as a streamer, this is very important because you can't stream 24/7 every day. Like you can't always be on live. So you want your content to be exciting people about your next live stream. You want people to be like, "Oh, that's what I missed out on. Let me make sure I'm in there for the next one." And I'm gonna say this, y'all. Please don't fight me. First of all, I'm gonna tell y'all thank you for getting me to 3.8 likes. Okay, I'm gonna give y'all a compliment first because I feel like y'all not gonna like what I have to say next. But I promise I'm saying this in love. Okay, I don't care about your gifts. When y'all be doing the replays and you be showing like, thanks for the galaxy, thanks for the tiger, thanks for this and that tells me nothing about your stream, y'all. And TikTok, here's what irritates me sometimes is that TikTok has its own incentives, okay? TikTok is going to do what's in TikTok's best interests. So, you posting your big gifts makes TikTok look good. You're advertising for TikTok right now. You're not advertising for your brand. You're not advertising for your platform because what it's showing people, here's what it's communicating to people. When I see your video, the tiger is cute, but please. When I see your video and I see you sharing the gift that you got, it's okay, Kim. I'm gonna talk about that. And I see the gift that you got. What that communicates to me is, oh, I could be making money on TikTok. Did y'all catch that? You're literally marketing for TikTok. You're making TikTok look good. So unless your content is about getting people to go live on TikTok or to get people to battle on TikTok or to get people to stream or whatever, if that's not what your platform is about, that's what your content is communicating. Yeah. You see when you think about it, like when you really break it down, what is this video communicating to people? And that's usually the problem that we have with our content. Like it's just you're promoting the wrong thing. You're promoting something. Okay, yeah, I understand what you mean because I don't really know what my niche should be. I just know I do gaming segments, reaction segments, then yapping and talking segments. Yeah, so you know the strategy, like you know the tactics, but what you need right now, Mo, is like we need more Mo into it. Like everybody's gaming, everybody's doing segments, everybody's doing reactions. Why do I want to hear yours? And I'm saying that respectfully. So hopefully it didn't come across like, I was dismissing you, whatever. But um I'm saying that to say that people have like some of the ingredients, but you don't have the foundation. Thank you, Denisha. Welcome in, girl. I just do gaming and posting myself. Makes sense. Thanks. Yeah, yeah. So that's what I want. If you're feeling like I love live stream, I'm doing good, I'm getting the subs, whatever, you doing your thing when it comes to streaming, but you feel like you always got to stream now because your content and your feed isn't really doing what you want it to do. We're talking about live stream over on TikTok. because I want to start. You should. You should, especially as much as you stream. You definitely should. I haven't even touched Twitch. Are you on Twitch, Mo? Ask that. So yeah, but no, I was just going over why people's videos are not working, especially if you're doing good on streaming. I'm about to start doing more though, because streaming every day is not it. Listen, at some point you want your content to be working for you even when you're not on live. Like you don't want to always have to be on in order for your content to be working for you. But it does require a little bit more intentionality and clarity in what it is that you're doing. Why am I doing this? What am I trying to accomplish? Do I want to just get paid in gifts and subscriptions? Am I an entertainer? And even if you are an entertainer, to what extent? Like, does it start and stop with social media, or do you want this to take you somewhere else? If you're really an entertainer, like you say you are, or like you are, like if you're moving like an entertainer, are you trying to get into acting? Are you trying to get into singing? Are you trying to get into comedy? Are you trying to get into reality TV? Like what is it? What's your end goal? Like, or does it start and stop with social media? Because if you have a desire to take it somewhere further, and even if it does stay with social media, why do you do it? What is it that you enjoy doing? Because even that's going to inform how you set up your platform. You just reached the affiliate to make money on Twitch. Well, congratulations. I know that's like one of the biggest hurdles over there. I was just doing it for my clips at first, but they like when I stream. I tripped into streaming. Oh man, I get it. Yeah, what is your end goal? And for me, y'all, like social media, I love social media. Like I know I talk about it like, this isn't all there is to the world, but I genuinely love social media. I've loved social media since I was like 13. I love social media. But my bigger why, I know it can exist even outside of social media, because my goal is to show people, my biggest goal is really to show y'all that y'all are more creative than y'all give yourselves credit for. I think that's like the best way to sum up how I feel, what I feel my purpose is right now. You are so much more creative and capable than you even realize that you are. And I help you to do that, whether that is with you using your voice, whether that is with you saying what you want to do with your chest instead of just keeping it in your head, whether that is in how you dress yourself, how you show up, how you no longer hide yourself, but you are proud of who you are and what you've accomplished. You're proud of your story. You're proud of your every quirk and thing about you that might feel different or might feel like it doesn't fit in. I want you to be proud of that. I want you to own it, and I want you to use it to connect with the people that you want to connect with and do what you need to do. So my end goal, yes, y'all, congrats to Mo. That is really big. Yeah. Yeah, that's what I'm here to do. I'm here to help you understand why. Like, what, but like, have y'all ever, like, just if you've ever felt like this, just like put your hand up. And then Ron, I'm gonna show you my camera lens. I did not forget. I almost forgot, but I didn't forget. I'm gonna show you my camera lens. But how many people have felt like people were drawn to you, but you didn't understand why? Or like people were coming to you, people are following you, people are like really rocking with you, but you don't get why. Like you don't really understand what it is about you. I'll be the first to say I definitely have felt that. Definitely have felt that. You too, Kim. Yup. You understand more now. Uh-huh. Yeah. Like that is one of those things where it really can it can be a cool thing when you understand it. But when you don't understand it, that's how you end up in places where you're doing a bunch of stuff that you feel like you're supposed to do to please people, as opposed to recognizing what it is that is drawing people to you and you being in control of what that looks like and what that setup looks like and how you monetize it. Hey, Ashane. Yeah. Mm-hmm. And for a lot of people, we are like trying to figure it out. But here's what I'll say to you, and then I'm gonna put my camera lens up and I'm gonna give y'all a little bit of a break because I feel like I'm going in now. But I want you to really think about what it is that you're doing to find that answer. That's what I'm gonna say. What are you doing to find that answer? And how high of a priority is it for you to understand it? Because if you want to understand it and if you prioritize it, it's no trying involved. It's just doing it. Okay? I love y'all. I love y'all. But it's no trying, it's just doing it. It's just discovering. It's committing to the work that is involved in understanding you. Okay? So I just want you to answer that question, silently. Journal about it if you need to, but how committed are you to it? I love that, Ashane. You want to know what makes me so proud about you saying that is that I feel like this time last year, you were like, yeah, I'm all over the place. We'll figure it out eventually, but I love this energy now. I love it. And I love your Disney ear redesigns. Yeah, I feel like you call it something different, but I'm loving the Disney ear redesigns. That is so cute. It's such a cool way to bring the different things that you love together. Finally figured it out. And you did. And you did. So proud of you. I love the clarity. Okay. So this is the lens that I got. Y'all want to see it too. If y'all are over here and you're just joining me on TikTok and you haven't been over to YouTube yet, I'm over here on YouTube and I'm using this new lens and I can't lie, it's looking good. It's looking good. But this is the lens that I'm using. It is the 23 millimeter Viltrox. The aperture goes down to 1.4, and that's why like it's got all this beautiful blur and it's so crispy. I'm telling you, prepare to be influenced because this lens, I'm just, and the best part about it is that it was 250, 250. That's it. That's it. And it's a brand new lens. It's not even a used lens, it's a brand new lens. Like that's just, you can't beat that price. So yeah, y'all. You see it? Ashnae's over here now. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Fancy. Yeah, I'm so excited, y'all. I really do. You gotta move that decimal. You gotta move that decimal over. Oh, that's so silly. Okay. Oh, I'm starting to get hot. Okay, y'all. So let me do a quick recap because I think there was one more aspect to it that I wanted to share with y'all. Yes, I told y'all I was going to give y'all a website to find brand deals. Okay, I didn't forget. I'm gonna give y'all the website for the brand deals. So, all right. So making sure our first step is making sure that you have your list of brands that you can talk about naturally, enthusiastically, that you are already using. Get those brands together. Okay. Have an idea of what those brands are. And I'm gonna leave that there for now. That's a good place to start. The next thing is that you should be creating content that naturally includes marketing products that you love. This live stream has been a really good example because I've been putting up the lens that I'm using every 2 seconds because I really did come on here to just show y'all the lens, but I'm showing you naturally. Or how you see my book is in the background. Y'all can't see it over here on YouTube on TikTok because it's a little. There you go. There you can see my book is right here. Naturally, product placement. This is product placement. So even if I don't talk about the book is here, right? And then I'm also demonstrating the results because I'm wearing it. But even this could be brand deals, like brand deals. If my nails was done right now, they're not done right now. Brand deals. Like you have so many different things, brands that you use on a daily basis. So getting into the habit of including them, talking about them naturally, using them, showing the logo, talking about them, just talk about the products that you're using. And you can start there. Talk about something that you love that you just found out about or something you've been using for a long time. But making it so that you're naturally including those in the content that you create. Okay. So you're positioning yourself. Next thing is pitching. I wish that the first thing that I told y'all was a P word, so that everything could be a P word. But anyway, so we're positioned, and now we're talking about pitching. Pitching, LinkedIn is a really good resource, slept on resource. The businesses, the brands are over there. Another thing that I mentioned is not to sleep on business to business brand deals, okay? Which basically means that you're not talking about products like a lens or a dress or XYZ, but you're talking about software, you're talking about companies, you're talking about technology, not electronics, but just like tech. So those brands need people to market for them too. And if you are able to get into that space, they pay. They pay. Mhm. There is if you're talking about the platform where you can look up emails, what I have to do, I have to find Lloyd. He changed his name again. Ugh. Because okay, Lloyd George, he's my friend, and he does really good with brand deals. So helping you to get brand deals, especially UGC, where you're not posting the content on your page, but you're creating the content for the brand to use in their own, either on their own pages or in their own marketing. Sometimes they'll pay to boost your videos, XYZ. Let's see. What if you have a list, tag the brand, they comment and you follow, but still nothing? Pitch. And they got the no opportunities at this time response. If you got the no opportunities response, then I would start looking at similar brands, Ashane. So if you can't get your dream brands, first of all, not at this time doesn't mean that it's a no. If you didn't, make sure that you ask to at least get on their list, so get on their PR list, or even get on their communications list, so that when they do have another opportunity, they are reaching out to you. I would still continue to create content because if they commented on it and they liked it, that means that you want to stay top of mind. But I would also start looking at like similar brands. You were saying another months later and look at a similar. Oh, okay, yeah, we're saying the same thing. Yeah. So Antoinette checked off on that too. So circle back, but also don't get hung up on them. Like start looking at some similar brands, because if they like it and they're commenting on it, that means that it's content that is at least like, catching their attention. So the other companies will come and swoop in. That reminds me of when what was it, when Risa Tisa, when, remember, she was talking about, what was the car that she wanted? It was a BMW, I think. And she talked about wanting the BMW in one of her series, and she didn't, I don't think that she ended up getting the brand deal BMW. It was some kind of controversy with that, but um she didn't get the brand deal with them. But I think Hyundai actually like slid in her DMs to work with her. So if the brand doesn't want you, their competition might. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I was right. Hyundai. Yeah, Hyundai got her. So listen, like, it's sometimes it's whoever's gonna cut the check. And like I said, you don't always have to be in love with the brand to make content for it, especially if you're doing UGC content, which is really, I honestly like, there's some ways around not being like enthusiastic or like loving the brand and still getting paid. I personally don't believe that you have to love it to get paid for it. My pleasure. My pleasure, Nightcap. Thank you for stopping in. But yeah, anyway, that's what I would say to that. So we talked about that. And so here's the brand, here's the company that I want y'all to sign up for. If you're in the For Trendsetters Only group already, then you know about this one. And if you haven't signed up for it, y'all need to get signed up for it. If you really trying to get brand deals like that. So the place that I want y'all to sign up for is always dropping opportunities is called Obviously. So it's studio.obvious.ly. Okay. Studio.obvious.ly. Now, what I will tell you right now, they're on a beauty wave. Okay. It's a lot of beauty content and products that are being pushed through obviously right now. So but it still is a good opportunity for men and women because they do have products that are for both. But they're kind of like really honing in on the beauty space right now. But the main reason I believe that that's happening is because beauty is one of the top paying niches for influencers. So if you're thinking about doing it and you want to get paid from brand deals, beauty is beauty is paying some money. Um, beauty gaming is another good one, another big one, and then the third one is eluding me right now. Yeah, thank you, main character, and tech. Okay, and tech, which I feel like is definitely like that, business to business that I was talking about. So those are like the top ones that are paying money. People feel like fashion is a good one. And it's always so funny to me because I don't know if y'all know that fashion don't pay that much. Oops. Thank you so much. Like everybody, I feel like I'm seeing so many people that want to be fashion influencers, and that's beautiful. I'm all for people exploring their style. But fashion is not a high paying niche, y'all. I really need y'all to know that and understand that. So if you're not doing it because you love fashion and you don't have a way to like finesse into another category, it don't pay good. It don't pay good. They don't even pay the people that make the clothes well. They're not paying you. I mean, they no, you could get paid. Let me not do that. Like, I'm not gonna be that pessimistic, y'all. But it is not one of the high paying niches, and it is very competitive. So again, if you are not in it for the love of fashion, don't be going in there thinking you're gonna make some money because it is not a high paying niche. Maybe I should look into some makeup. I've never worn anything but mascara, eyeshadow, and eyeliner. Yeah, well, with beauty, you still have skincare too, Ashane. So if you're not a big makeup person, you don't have to become one to do it. Um, and honestly, here's a little like, it's not really a prediction. It's kind of what I'm noticing as a trend. Oh yeah, Antoinette said sunscreen. Yeah, like if you lean more into the skincare, then that would be better to get the beauty money. I think that you got to start pitching yourself, main character. How is you don't have to tell me numbers, but how is TikTok shop doing for you? Like how are you feeling? Like are you making sales with TikTok shop? I'm asking that for a particular reason too. Yeah. She said it'll fit with your brand. So yeah, you made $1. Okay. Not many. Okay. Okay. So all right. Hmm. It's okay. It's okay. So I'm thinking about what I would suggest with that. Um yeah, they are stingy with samples, and they are really like they're kind of like being sticklers for your sales. So they want to see that you can convert. And so I would play around with one product at a time. And I would choose a product that you can really sell. Like it makes sense for who you are. It's believable. Like it feels like you're somebody that should be talking about this. And that's like the best way that I can put it in a general sense. But when I made my video, I have a video that I did, a TikTok shop video that I did, and it's my first video to break 1 million views. And I think that I may have given a breakdown of it before, but okay, okay. Well, then lean into that, Ashane. Lean into that. Like I said, beauty is the highest paying, but it's not the only way to make money. And if you're not really, if it's not connecting, if it's not resonating, then you may need to shift. Because my biggest payout from TikTok Shop was a book, a book about sewing. But I also have like, I kind of have like that, the credentials, like you know how when people be like, this is like dentist recommended or doctor recommended. So that having the experience to back up what you're saying, that usually helps you. And so it doesn't have to be professional experience, but just having something that you've gone through, some kind of experience that you've gone through, that makes it sound credible coming from you. Because what I see a lot of people doing is like trying different products, and you're trying new products like every week, and you're kind of positioning yourself like the person who is just trying on, like, just trying things out and experimenting, which is cool. But in order for that to really resonate with people, you also have to have very strong storytelling. Like people have to be able to like you, like they just like you. Like I enjoy coming here because I get X, Y, and Z from you. Like what are people getting from you that makes them want to keep coming around and listen to your recommendations? And this is not to say that you can't become that person, but if that's not where you are right now, and for most creators, that's not where you are. Again, that's okay. It just means that you need to hyper focus on particular products that you really can sell well, and lean into that, and like really like become the go-to person on this thing, and be consistent in it. I have some sales but not making money. My GMV was 2K last month, which was low to me. Okay, but you're making sales though. 2K is good. So are you recognizing that there is a particular product that's performing the best for you? Like, are you noticing some trends? Because that would be the next place that I would look to, which is why I was asking, are you making sales from it? And like, what are those sales that you're making telling you? Because at some point, it's going to be so much more beneficial for you to be strategic with what you create and what products that you promote, especially because you have so many different options to explore before you settle on something. Supplements and period products. Okay. Okay. I feel like, especially with the period products, that might still be like a really good. I feel like I do remember you mentioning something about period products too. I feel like you introduced me to a brand actually. Um, because you had a story behind that, right? Behind the period products, behind your period in general. I feel like you had a story for it. Is that the black man that has the period pads? The period pads, yeah, the pads and the he has the period products. Cause I feel like I'm almost certain that you're the person. It's an Asian woman. Oh, I don't know her. I don't know her. But yeah, like lean into that. Like clearly, the both of them are more like health and wellness. So maybe you're just trying to break into the wrong space. Menopause supplements are good to promote. No, yeah, you might be onto something with that. Ooh, y'all. Okay, let me make sure I finish my thought on that. I told y'all. Okay, studio. Obviously. Is the website that I told y'all you should sign up for if you're trying to get brand deals. There's a lot of gifted collaborations on there. There's way more gifted collaborations than paid ones. The paid ones can get a little competitive, but that shouldn't stop you from signing up for them anyway. And I can't say that you're going to get hundreds of brand deals from it, but what I can say at minimum is that it's a really good place to start getting PR, because PR is also, thank you so much. PR is also free product that you can choose to promote. Actually, I got something that I need to make content for to this day. You're going through it right now. Oh, you're going through the website? Lloyd, I was just talking about you. I was literally just talking about you. Do you have something? Do you have a product that can help people with pitching? Do you still have something like that? I feel like you had like a template and maybe like a book, because I was telling them about your brand deals, your UGC deals that you get from LinkedIn. I got one from there from CBS. What you get? Oh, just been talking. What did you get? Oh, you got a PR package. PR package. Okay. Y'all give me 1 second. Let me grab it. I have a free email pitch template in my bio from obviously. Oh, nice. Okay, yeah, I do remember you saying that. Y'all, so Lloyd, quick pause. Lloyd is who I was saying is the go-to person when it comes to pitching on LinkedIn. He has a free email pitch template in his bio. Go ahead and pick that up. Go ahead and pick it up. Okay. And make sure when you get over to LinkedIn, you connect with him, because he's also always sharing different tips for pitching and connecting with people on LinkedIn. He's actually the person who helped me give y'all all the information I did about it. Oh, yeah, always. Always. People were asking me about brand deals. And so I was telling them about LinkedIn, and I was telling them about a website to go to as well. So yeah, make sure y'all are connected to him. I will say again, get on LinkedIn. And it's cool to follow him on TikTok, but if you really want the best of Lloyd, you got to follow him on LinkedIn. Hold on just a second, y'all. Okay. So this is the latest. Thank you so much. You have a great day too. Thank you for coming in and asking such good questions. This is the latest one that I got. This is from Garnier. So it's the micellar water, and then what's happening? Yeah, and then the cleansing pads. So when you do get gifted products, that's also a good opportunity for you to tag the brands, to get into the habit of talking about products naturally. It's a good place to practice. If you're getting samples from TikTok, you should also be. I honestly, okay, this is my last thing. I promise this is my last time I really eat y'all up, y'all. I promise. Ish. Actually, maybe I shouldn't promise that. Anyway, y'all are take more time promoting these products, please. please, for the love of everything, if you find a product from TikTok shop that is people are believing it from you, they are asking you questions about it, it works for the area that you create in, spend more time promoting that product and spend less time putting in sample requests. Do you want free products or do you want to make money from your content? That's where I'm gonna leave it. You want to get paid from it or do you want to just keep getting free products? Again, like I gotta say, hey Johnson family, I gotta say, like, this is the kind of stuff that, like, when I'm telling y'all what you're saying and what you're doing is not matching up, that's the kind of stuff I be talking about. So, like, if you're getting these free products and your goal is to try them out and to get into the habit of creating content that promotes a product that sells something, that's cool. And that's honestly, it's a very smart approach. But I feel like sometimes people get wrapped up in the samples and like the next new thing. And now all of a sudden, you got all these samples that you not now you got to make content for. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. Get them products, try them out, find what you like, find what you can actually make content for that people would buy from you. Are they clicking on the content? Are they asking questions? Like, this is your opportunity to practice and get better at selling so that you can be in a better position to get paid more and more money for your content. The video, are you talking about over on YouTube? Where is it misaligned? Usually I'm over here so I can see it myself. It looks like it's lined up right now. Yeah, let me know. Know your state. Oh, okay. Are you saying that's like a metaphor for what I was saying? Video and audio misaligned? Because if that is a metaphor, you ate with that. Okay. Yeah, I like that. I like that. Now you ate with that one. The video and the audio are out of sync. They are misaligned. Yeah, I like that a lot. I like that a lot. I'm gonna steal that a little bit. Thank you. That was a good one. So yeah, y'all, you gotta everything gotta be done with purpose. Exactly, Kayla. Like, and it's gotta be done with the purpose that you told yourself you're gonna do. Like, if it feels confusing and scattered, that's why. Because it is. Because you're not moving in the direction that you said you're gonna move in. Which I feel like really videos match audio is not mine. Old saying. Ah, okay. I ain't never heard it before, so I'm gonna credit you with it. So I think this, but I feel like this is a good place to kind of like wrap things up a little bit. I've been on here for almost 2 hours. Wild, wild. Okay, so me and Antoinette. If you are over on TikTok, her handle is She's a Bullock. Antoinette and I, we started a community together called For Trendsetters Only. Hi, David. Happy afternoon. It's called For Trendsetters Only. And this is a space for creative entrepreneurs to come together to learn, to grow, to support one another, all of that good stuff. And we have a couple of projects and things that we have done together over the past 2 years. And so we were on live one day. She was going through to different social media, to different realtors because her social media management company works with realtors. So we were on there and we were chit chatting with a realtor who was on TikTok originally for her real estate business. And over the course of her time on TikTok, she started to shift her content to content creator. Okay. And what that means is that now instead of creating content that talks about real estate, that talks about home ownership, that talks about that shows house tours, that shows the area that the houses are that are in the city that she's a real estate agent in, all of the things that would attract people who want to work with a realtor for whatever reason. She's now making content that helps people to grow their audience on TikTok, or if you're familiar with the concept grow lives, talking about how to get more subs for your live stream, how to get more gifts, getting paid on TikTok, joining the creator program, all of these things that have nothing to do with real estate. Okay. And one thing that I have noticed that I have really been quiet on is this transition that people make from the thing that they came here to do to content creators and social media managers and content strategists when that's not your job and that's not your role. That's not where you are gifted to serve people. And what I know really happens from personal experience, y'all. I have experienced this too. But what I know happens is that people get discouraged with their progress on the platforms, and they think that they're supposed to pivot now because they got discouraged, because it's not going in the direction that they wanted to, because they're not gaining the traction that they desire. Maybe it's a problem, it's a matter of not knowing what kind of content you should be making that's in your space, in your zone of genius, that will attract people. Maybe you are in a space where you desire that, but you're not sure what your content is not doing. You're not sure what is missing, right? That's perfectly fine. I get it. It happens. Everybody is not built to be marketers. But again, that brings me back to my point. If you are not able to help people to grow and to attract the people they were meant to attract with their content, you have no business teaching people marketing. You have no business teaching people content because that's not your space. And I know how it feels when the thing that you love to do, the thing that you felt like I would, if I could just do this every day, I would feel so fulfilled, when it seems like that thing is not hitting with nobody. Like nobody's messing with you on it. I know how discouraging that can be. But one thing that I also know is that if you're not giving energy to it, if you're not prioritizing it, if you're not willing to do the work to understand what is the disconnect within me, what's the disconnect in my content, what am I not doing to fix this, that you're going to take yourself in a completely different direction than what you're supposed to be in. Again, I mean this with love, but as somebody who focuses on branding, it is so frustrating to see people getting off course and just running with it. And I can see if God's taking you in a different direction, but that ain't God, y'all. That ain't God. That's your fear. That's your disappointment. That's you being discouraged and feeling like what you're doing is not good enough. You're not good enough. And now you're telling yourself stuff like, oh, maybe I'm not really meant to do this. Maybe I'm not really cut out for this. I promise you. I'm saying this with so much love. I'm saying it because I need y'all to know I see you. I see you. And sometimes I don't even be wanting to see this stuff, y'all. Like, if I could just live my life and not know about people's insecurities, I promise you I will be just fine. But I can't ignore it. Like, I can see it. I can see the panic and the pivot, like, oh, this is not working. Like, this is not, it's not doing it. And I also know how even more frustrating it is when you feel like you did something that worked so well. Thank you, Ron. Maybe you feel like right now you're feeling like there's something that came to my mind. I'm gonna break this down a little bit later. Once I really take some time and think about it. But I feel like there are people who feel like they're one hit wonders. There are some of you that feel like you are a one hit wonder. You feel like you had a period where things was really going well. Maybe you was getting some momentum, you was getting some traction, you had some motion, and now it feels like things have slowed down. Or you don't understand how I went viral for doing this and now it's like crickets. I was getting so many people asking me questions about this. I had so many people excited when I post this video, and now it feels like nobody's paying attention anymore. So whether you are in that space where you're feeling like you're a one hit wonder, I promise y'all, I'm gonna break that down some more. I'm gonna talk about that some more, but that literally just came to my mind today. Whether you're feeling like you're a one hit wonder, or whether you're feeling like you ain't never had no hits, it ain't popped off yet, and you feel like you've been doing everything that you can do to make it happen. I need you to go back to plan A. Go back to plan A, because that's where you were supposed to be all along. And everything that you're doing right now is just a long detour for you to come back to the same place of this is what I'm supposed to be doing. I know, Kayla. I had some other stuff that came up too as I was meditating this morning that I definitely, we talked about it before, but it's some things that I feel like is going to help you to get to that golden ticket moment. Okay, so if you feel like anything that I have said today is resonating with you, I just want you to put me in the chat. Okay, just put me. You ain't got to tell me which one. You ain't got to tell me what toe I stepped on or what part of your business that I'm in, but just say me. Let me know if this resonated with you, if this did something for you. um because I really need y'all. I need y'all to get back on your Zoom. Yay, I see the me's. I need y'all to get back on your Zoom. Get back in position. Get back in alignment. That's the word. That's the way that I heard it originally. Get back in alignment with what you were meant to do. Go back to the original plan, and you need to go through and exhaust your options to accomplish that plan, because that plan gave you clarity. That plan is something that fulfills you. That plan actually comes with something deeper than money. That plan means more to you than how many views you got on the video or how many people resonated with it, whether it went viral or not. Hey, Audacity, it's bigger than that. And all this other stuff that you done tried to venture into is not your space, is not your lane, respectfully. There are plenty of people who can talk about content. There's plenty of people that can talk about marketing. It's not your space, and that's okay. Don't pivot because you're panicking about the plan not working. Get back in alignment. Okay? Get back in, yes, stick to the plan. Get back, get back. We need you there. You was there for a reason. And if you need help understanding what's not working, what's not clicking, that's when you contact me. That's when you contact Antoinette. That's when you contact Audacity, because Audacity is also a marketing genius. That's when you go to the professionals. And at whatever level you can invest, get their support, get our help so that we can help you get back in alignment, create content that reaches the people it's supposed to reach, help you to dig deeper than what you're doing right now so that you can get back clear on your why. All right? Yes. Yes, Nightcap. Get back in alignment, stay the course. You got this. You got it. The plan's got to work, but you got to work the plan. I feel like that's something you said before, Audacity. The plan has got to work, but you got to work the plan. It's not going to you're not going to see it done if you leave it every time it don't work. Every time you get a hiccup, every time you feel some friction, some resistance. I love y'all. Thank you, Mask. I love y'all for real. I'm so glad that we had this chance to talk. Hey, Empress. I wanted to take this opportunity, first of all, to thank y'all, everybody that's tapped the screen, everybody that's given gifts, everybody that shared this live. Y'all have helped me to reach new people. And I appreciate that because I literally can't reach these people without you. So thank you so much for all that y'all have done to support and spread the word about my platform. And another thing that I want y'all to be aware of is that I am opening the doors to the Getting Unshy Collective. We are going to be launching this fall. And y'all, I'm so I just feel like it's like a different energy with this cycle of Getting Unshy. If you're not familiar with what it is my branding program that helps you to do all the things that I've been talking about, getting into alignment, understanding who you are, understanding how to communicate that personally, internally, and through your content, giving you strategy and also giving you a plan to get your own products and services going. Whether that service is content creation, whether it is influencing, that is still a service and you should be functioning like you are running a business. So, all of those things I can help you with. It is for the creative entrepreneurs who are brilliant but are hiding and dimming their light. I have some special gift where that's just my people, like the people who I know have something so much deeper inside of them, but for whatever reason they don't feel like they can say it with their chest. I'm the person that's going to help you do that. So the collective is going to be opening up this fall. I'm going to be opening the doors to it, but right now I'm just putting a little save the date in your ear. But if this is the year that you said that you're going to start that business, this is the day, or this is the year you said you're going to take content creation seriously. This is the year where you said you're really going to build that platform, then this might be the space for you. Okay. This might be the place where you can finally put some action behind those dreams, put some steps behind those words, and just be in a space where you're going to be held accountable to get it done. Okay. It ain't no tier. Ain't no tier. Yeah. And I got a special addition to it too. I feel like it should be like a special announcement. We're gonna figure it out. We're gonna figure it out. They know who I'm talking to. But yeah, so if you're this is that year for you, make sure that you're following me. I'm trying to think of what else you might want to be doing right now so that you can be the first person to receive the word. I think that's the best thing I can say right now. I think next week, either next week or the week after, I am going to drop the link to it so that you can go and you can check it out and you can secure your spot. It is, just so you're aware, it is a course and a community, but there are some classes and workshops that I'm going to be hosting covering different topics from how to run your business in the back end, marketing, content strategy, affirmations. It's gonna be a lot of stuff in there, y'all. So I'm just excited because it just feels like this is gonna really set you up to get into the rhythm and the habit of creating, creating, because you were built to create. We need a virtual cookout. I feel like family now. Yes, we do. We do. I'm so glad I got to meet you, Nightcap. So yeah, y'all, the invitation is open. If this is you, if my content's really been resonating with you, then there's a couple of y'all that have been placed on my mind. Thank you, Ron. That have been placed on my mind that I'm like, I feel like you're supposed to be in this, but I'm gonna let y'all make the decision. So, like I said, make sure you're following me, connected, subscribe to the things, follow me on the things, and I will keep y'all up to date on when you can go and secure your spot for it. All right. But y'all be good. I hope that y'all have had an amazing week so far. Yes, the audacity to get unshy. I think that thank you, Mask. I think that I might need to connect with you too, Audacity. I might need to connect with you too. So yeah, I'll follow up. I'll follow up in the DMs on that. So yeah, y'all be good. Enjoy the rest of your week to the best of your abilities. Before I get off, if you're not subscribed to me on YouTube, make sure you get over there. I had a fire video last week where I talked about how to mix prints without looking crazy. Or you can look a little crazy, there's nothing wrong with that, but learning how to mix prints. So I gave you 8 different combinations, I broke down why they work, I gave you some best tips for mixing prints, and I even showed you some examples. So make sure y'all go and check that out if you want to make your style bolder, more fun, you want to experiment with stuff, you want to get outside of the basics and the solid colors. Then make sure you go and check out that video. It's on my YouTube channel, completely free. You don't have to subscribe or do none of that crazy stuff for that part. But yeah, y'all, that's it for real. Be good. I don't know when I'll be back, but I'll be back. I'll be back. I'll talk to y'all later. Bye.